Hello friends, welcome to VDS Tech Lab. So in this video we will discuss about the API concept. So this is the continuation of API concept series. So let's open. So this is the PDF file that I have created. So before discussing these, I'll show you my playlist. This is the concept of an API series and this is HTTP status codes. So in HTTP status codes I have discussed all series like 100 series, 200 series, 300, 400, 500 and some most important FAQs like difference between 200 and 201, 401 and 403, difference between 201, 202. So some of the basic FAQ and these series I have covered in great details. So you can go through before deep diving into the advanced concept. You should know these things in details. Okay, and now comes to API concept of an API series. Here I have discussed what is API, what is web API, what are the methods are there, HTTP methods, what is headers, and what is web service, difference between web service and API, what is SOAP and REST, SOAP versus REST, component of SOAP, web services, and the most important thing that I have covered, API versus web services. Okay, and in the continuation I'll discuss these things, API terminologies. This is the first part, I can say this is the first part, and in the next part, in this part we'll discuss what is resource, what is base URL, and what is the collections are there. These things I'll discuss in this video. In the next video we'll discuss what is URI, what is URL, what is parameters, path parameter, query parameter. All these things we'll discuss in the coming video. So let's concentrate on this topic. What is resource actually? So resource, as we know, resource is a physical or virtual component. I mean, with collections of resources we can make a system. So here we have also written the same things. Resources is a physical or virtual component which is supports, extends, represents, construct a system. Consider a real-time example of vehicle. Vehicle has many parts like wheel, brakes, headlights, fuel tanks, etc. and all are the resources of the vehicle. If we combine these things, then it makes a complete vehicle. Okay, all resources have names, locations and identifier. So in terms of internet, if we take another example of Google, so now if we append this one with this URL, so now this is actually resource and this is a base URL, I can say. Okay, so resource, what is this /gmail is a resource. So here I have written base URL is what? Base URL this one, www.google.com, and resources is this one. Okay, so in terms of API, resources are these things when we append with the base URL. Okay, now what is collections? Collections are simply group of resources. You will find that we don't mention any collection in the API documentation. This is because we offer singleton resources which are independent and exist outside any collection. So that's why I did not mention any collection in API documentation. Okay, but collections are the group of resources. These are the resources. Okay, and now comes on the very important point, that is endpoint or base URL. API endpoint is a point of an entry in the communication channel when two systems interacts. It refers to touch points of the communication between an API and a server. Okay, the endpoint can be viewed as the means from which the API can access resources they need from the server to perform their task. As we know that API, what, there is a server and client, we are requesting and then we are giving the response based on our request. So these things here we are talking. Endpoint can be viewed as a means from which the API can access the resources as they need from the server to perform their task. API endpoint is basically a fancy word for a URL. Okay, so basically this is the URL actually, but this is the complete URL, but in API language we are saying the endpoint URL or base URL. Okay, these are the resources. These are the resources, I can say. These are the resource. Okay, these are the resources. Right now, come Next one, these are the most important, I can say, the HTTP methods are there: get, put, post, delete, patch. These are the CRUD operations are there. CRUD. Okay, CRUD operation are there, means create, post, read means get, update, put. Okay, and then this one, delete. So basically most of the time these methods are used in API operations. Okay, although there are various methods are there that we have discussed in this video as well. So, and we'll discuss more video related to API core concept, I can say. So for in this video, that's all, and please subscribe my channel and like this video and share the video so that any one of your friend can benefit it with this concept. Okay, so that's all. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you. Thanks a lot.